back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to talk about the 4 steps to kind of this flawless look, kind of trying to bring spring in here using all products from KOSAS. So if you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. Alright, so today's video is sponsored. Thank you so much, KOSAS, for sponsoring me. I have loved this brand since it launched on the market just a little over a couple of years ago. You know that I have used their tinted face oil forever, but they have a brand new launch at Sephora and at KOSAS.com, and it's a concealer, and I'm going to talk you through it in just a second. Alright, so for me, the 4 steps to kind of a flawless spring look is going to be, first of all, very glowy, dewy, effortless skin. So I'm going to be using the KOSAS Tinted Face Oil. And I am going to be using number 4. And if you guys didn't know, this face oil has avocado oil in it. It has raspberry oil, green tea seed oil, jojoba oil, and rosehip seed oil for brightening. And it is like a very skin complementing foundation. I love this. The one thing I will say is that if you are using this foundation, you do not need to use a super hydrating face skincare routine because of all of these amazing skin loving oils that are already in this foundation. Also, if you don't know, KOSAS is a cruelty free line. They are clean at Sephora, so it is free of many skin irritating agents, as well as silicone free. I mean, it's just like this perfect face blurring, approachable skin look. Now for the piece of resistance for today's tutorial is the brand new concealer that KOSAS just launched. Look at the beautiful packaging. I love the yellow. This is called Revealer, and it's super creamy and brightening concealer. It has definitely, this is where skincare and concealer meet. I have actually been wearing this religiously since they sent this to me a couple of weeks ago, and I love it. It is a medium to full coverage concealer, but it has a ton of skincare in it, and they've actually formulated the skincare so that it is effective. So actually you are doing something good for your skin. I think it's amazing. This is like one of the first products that really have formulated their ingredients so that skincare actually works in there and is not just a marketing ploy. And it does have caffeine in it, which is going to shrink the blood vessels to help with darkness under the eyes, so it's going to give a brightening effect. It's also going to depuff. It has algae in it, which is jam-packed full of beta-carotene, which we know is fantastic for the skin and skin soothing and skin kind of feeding. It has arnica in it and panethol. And for my favorite 2 ingredients in here, it has peptides in it, so that is going to be anti-aging, plumping, firming. So it is going to give the surface appearance of a kind of plumped effect under there, as well as hyaluronic acid. So that's why I just think this concealer is kind of leagues above a lot that I have seen. All right, so it comes in a doe foot applicator, and literally you just put it on. Now, the nice thing about this is that you can either put on a little bit, as always with other stuff, or you can put on quite a bit. So this is what I do. I give a brightening effect in these areas, and that's also what this concealer is for. It's obviously for covering things up, but it's also for brightening the areas of your face. So for example, if you do not want to use a highlighter, you can actually bring this concealer a little bit onto this brow bone here, and I'll show you, and it's going to pop this and give this a little bit of brightness and give it a little bit of that highlighted, lifted effect without glitter or shimmer. My favorite way to apply it is with my hands, like you're seeing. It's just so easy, and I don't set this concealer either. It has a very similar texture to their foundation. And you can, like I said, wear it very sheer or build it up to your preference. But the best way to work with this is in layers. So don't just kind of go hog wild and adding a ton on. You want to make sure that you work in those skin-like layers so that you get the most flawless application. And I am bringing it in here in the inner corners of my eyes to brighten this up. This technique will give you more of that wide open, youthful appearance to the eyes, as well as more of an awake look. It's how I kind of fake looking awake if I've had, you know, a rough night with gray or something like that. All right, there you go. So I wanted to scoot you in so you could see underneath the eyes. Really beautiful. No creasing. Again, I don't set it. And oh, I'm in number 3. And I actually, that does supposed to go with your tinted oil number. So you're supposed to get the same number for your tinted oil as you do for your face. But I like to be a little brighter under the eyes, so I took a step down. Now what I do is, if I want just a touch more coverage, is I just go like this and start to tap away. And I'm only using a little bit more coverage where I need it. I'm not using it throughout the rest of the eye. I just am really dark right here, so it helps with that. Now for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do just a little bit of brightening underneath this cheekbone. So whenever you use a tinted kind of moisturizer or a tinted oil like this, I like to give just a little bit of extra brightness and coverage down here. And this concealer is perfect for it because it's just so skin-like. And that way I get just a little bit more coverage in the areas I want, as well as it's still looking like skin. And then it also will make my cheekbone right here, you can actually see it right now. It'll make this cheekbone right here kind of sink in, so it's just this like, boom, this really great high cheekbone. For step 3, I'm gonna take their 10-second eyeshadow, and this is in Copper Halo. You know I have been obsessed with these. This is their liquid eyeshadow. And I just tap it in with a synthetic brush. Isn't that a gorgeous color? I love it. I am vowing to play with a little bit more color in spring. All right, so what I like to do now is I like to go to cream blush, and I'm gonna show you a little tip here as well. So I'm gonna be taking the KOSAS Cream Blush and Highlighter Duo. This is an 8th Muse, and it's their Color and Light Cream. This is their highlighter, and I love to take just a tiny bit of their highlighter. The highlighter is very, very hydrating and not super overly glittery, okay? So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I actually tap it in the middle of this cream eyeshadow. And what it does, do you see how it gives that beautiful light reflecting quality to it? This also makes the eye look really kind of wet and gorgeous. So pretty. All right, so now we're gonna tap a little bit of that highlighter on the high points of our face. And you know what's great about this whole line? Basically, you can use your fingers for everything. So you don't need a ton of brushes. Okay, cream blush, really beautiful color here. Now I'm gonna go into their other cream and light palette, and this is the Velvet Melon. And this is just a little bit more conducive with the look I have going on, since I have a little bit more peach, but I am going to mix it in here with the pink as well. You don't need to, I just like to be a little bit of a mix master here. Since I am neutral undertone, my cheeks have a tendency to play better when there is both pink and peach in the color that I choose. All right, so I just popped on some brows and mascara. We have almost a complete fresh face look. We're gonna finish it off with a KOSAS lipstick in Rosewater, but I'm also going to mix it with their cream blush, the Melon one. All right, so here is the final look. I really, really hope that you guys try this new concealer. It is very, very good. And again, you do not need to set this concealer if you do not want to. You can feel free to if you need. There are more occasions that I have set it. So maybe if I want a little bit more of a matte look underneath it, or I want to set it for longer wear throughout the day. But again, it's really pretty versatile, and I'm excited for you guys to try it. So if you want to stick with me to the end, I will show you what it looks like in a few hours of wear in natural light. But if not, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves. Hi, loves. I'm just grabbing the very last little bit of sunlight that we have. This is actually 6 hours of total wear. I have worn it actually for about a total of 8, and it really doesn't move or change. This is what it looks like underneath the eye. No creasing, no nothing. It doesn't move. Like, you know, I really touch my face a lot. So I just thought I would do a little check-in for you guys, and I am off for the rest of the evening. So I hope you guys had a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, and if you're wondering, I mixed the Rosewater with the melon, like I told you, for the lip, but I also put in a touch of the 10-second liquid eyeshadow on my lips, and it now has like not moved in hours, and I've drank and had snacks and everything, so it's kind of crazy, but I think it looks really pretty. I love this color. Very monochromatic. Okay, bye.